Woke up this morning. Do we have sound? We do. Woke up this morning 3:50 a.m. instead of 3:40. Normally 3:40. Today we got an extra 10 minutes. 10. We got an extra 3 minutes because we finished reading our book. And we're transitioning to a new book in the group. So picked up an extra 10 minutes there, but woke up 3:50 this morning, grabbed my big old purple cup of ice water, made my way downstairs, grabbed the Morning 5 Planner, which is this incredible book right here. If you don't have the Morning 5 Planner, you should probably get yourself one. I'm telling you, it changes the game. So grab my Morning 5 Planner, open it up, top right side, there's a quote submitted by an actual member of this community. If you can believe it, it's pretty amazing. And the quote said this: when in doubt, choose gratitude. It turns ordinary days into extraordinary days. And this is a quote that was submitted by Dion Lemen. When in doubt, choose gratitude. It turns ordinary days into extraordinary days. I read that quote and I thought, man, that reminds me of a video that a buddy of mine made, a guy named Eddie Pinero. Now, Eddie Pinero, for those of you guys that don't know, if you look him up on YouTube, he is probably the highest volume, quality, motivational video content creator. Him and Matuis, I would say. Him and Matuis are like top two. But Eddie Pinero, this guy right here, he makes incredible motivational videos. You should go check him out on YouTube. We actually interviewed him here on #RiseandGrind many years ago. Just a great guy. But when I read that quote this morning, it reminded me of one of my favorite videos of his. So I'm going to share that video of his with you right now. And that's how we're going to start today.
It's always fascinated me that we spend so much of our lives searching for the things that we realize in time we had all along. That our journeys bring us full circle, our stories end how they began, and in the end, we fade away holding tightly to that from which we emerged. Not because we fell short, no, but because eventually we realize how simple things really are from the outside looking in. We realize what we have. Speaker Dennis Waitley once said, happiness cannot be traveled to, owned, earned, worn, or consumed. Happiness is the spiritual experience of living every minute with love, grace, and gratitude. That's why at times like these, when we get to look around and recapture our perspective, means so much. Almost as though it's reassurance that, yeah, life can be hard, frustrating, abstract, but that at the core of everything is contentment, is enough. It's why we need not search for love. We are, in fact, surrounded by it. We need not search for hope when it's ingrained in every breath, or reassurance when it's a phone call away. I once heard an interesting idea that we only see what we focus on. And not only metaphorically, but literally, so much of life exists outside our periphery. If you can walk down the same street every day and see something new each time, imagine the power of readjusting how you see life as the sun comes up in the morning. Imagine pulling more of what matters into focus, becoming living proof that we don't need to wait until things are gone or changed to appreciate what we have and who we are. I think that's why Cicero said gratitude's not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Because when one can look around and see all that they have, scarcity has to give way to abundance. Fear becomes hope, the mundane becomes beautiful. Gratitude is power because it's not acquisition, it's awareness. A reset button A tap on the shoulder reminding us that life is about the people who make it worth living. The times we spend together, it's a reminder that the minutes aren't ticking towards some life-altering grand finale, but that each second is, in and of itself, a miracle. And of course, I'm a believer that we are here to evolve, to grow, to test the waters, to push our limits. But I'm also a believer in asking why. And it seems to me the answer is not to obtain something new, but to share who we are with the world. Not to get what we don't have, but to make the most of what we do. Not to impress or fit in, but to take that passion that increases our heart rate, that curiosity that pulls us towards new horizons, the incredible friends and family by our side, and simply realize that we are, this very moment, embarked upon the adventure of a lifetime. And for that, I am forever grateful.
Good morning and welcome to the #1 morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 9, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Tuesday. That's right. Today is Tuesday, aka Taco Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Now, Facebook is being absolutely crazy this morning. It is nuts how it comes up with new and exciting things for us every single day. Yesterday, my friend Liza, who watches the show every day and has for years religiously, she could not get the video. It was just like stuck on a loop, and she couldn't even get to watch it. She had to watch it on replay, even though she's been watching live forever. Today, when I go in, it is nuts. Like, there's not just a delay. It is like it's showing on my phone what happened 7 minutes ago here on the show, or 6 minutes ago here on the show. It is very, 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 very strange. And also, it was when I go out and go back in, it goes back to where it was. It's so strange. Liza says it's working for her today, thankfully. That's great. So yes, we've already been live for 9 minutes. Many of you are just now being able to pop in. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, today is Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. Coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky. That's right, coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where I've got a lot going on. I do. I have a lot going on, and here's how it works around here. All right. Melvin said it's been kicking him out many times this morning. Mike Grindine, same. He's been having issues too. Like, it's just so weird to me. I don't understand. After all these years, after 2,000 episodes, after showing up every day, I still don't understand why the old Facebook has such a hard time just letting the people that want to watch the show. That's all we're asking. We're not asking for anything crazy. We're not asking for billions of views. We're not asking for reach all around the world. We just want the people who want to watch the show to be able to watch the show. That's it. That's all we're asking for, Facebook. We're not asking for a lot. So we got a lot going on. I got to give you the rundown. So here's how it kind of works around here. All right. And maybe drop a comment. Sorry, I got distracted. Go ahead and drop a comment because it might just be that my video feed is showing way delayed, but you're seeing things in real time. I don't know. So drop a comment and just be like, yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. Like, I'm right here, because then I'll know where you are in the timeline. All right. So just something like that. Okay. So here's how this works every day. Okay. So every day I wake up at whatever time I wake up, usually 4:40 in the morning or whatever. And then I go through my morning routine. What's up, Al Salas? He says it's working fine for me. Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that, buddy. All right. Seems okay now, says Paul Brindley. All right. Hey, good morning, Luis. All right. Real time now, says Mike Rendine. Mike Larkin says I'm live. Robin Price says I'm here. Okay, cool. So you guys are only roughly 60 seconds behind, so that's not bad. Okay. So I wake up in the morning. I do my morning routine. I write down my gratitude. I write down my goals. And then I write the show. And when I write the show, just whatever comes out is what you get, right? Whatever I write is what you get. And typically we'll have like a series for the week and so on and so forth. This week we had a series, but I'm not interested in writing on that, or I haven't felt like writing about it yet this week. Maybe I will. So here's what we got, all right? Glenn Lundy has a lot going on, and I'm going to give you the rundown of all the things that are going on, if that's cool. And maybe it's therapeutic for me. Maybe it's beneficial for you. Maybe it works for everyone. I don't know. God just put it on my heart. He's like I just start writing, bro. I just start writing. And this is what you get, today's episode. So today we are moving, which I don't think I have a great picture of just him. But today we are moving our horse, our racehorse. Now we have two pet horses, and then we have a racehorse. The racehorse, here's a picture. The racehorse, I don't want to do that. I'll just use this picture right here. So the racehorse is named 800. That is the name. That is what we decided to name the racehorse. And he, here he is right there. He is being moved today. All right. We are going to move him from Triple Diamond Training Center, where he's at now, to the Thoroughbred Training Center, where he will be at the end of the day. And so I'm going to move him around 9 o'clock today, or I'm going to meet with some people to get him moved. Does the racehorse have more horsepower? 800% more horsepower, bro. 800%. And so real quick, let me back up so you can hear the story, because there's a story behind why we have this racehorse, and it's kind of a crazy story. All right. So I was driving from my house into Lexington, Kentucky. It's about 10 miles, 12 miles, something like that, from my house to Lexington, Kentucky. I'm on a drive. I see a guy walking on the side of the street. Guy's dressed nice, but you can tell he's down on his luck, right? So I pull over. I'm like, yo, bro, do you need a ride? He's like, yes, I need a ride. He gets in the car. I'm like, where do you got to go? I'll take you wherever. So I'm taking him, and I'm getting to know him. His name is Toomba, and he's a little bit down on his luck, and he had an interview in Lexington, which was 10 miles away. He had an interview later that day, and he wasn't going to miss the interview, but his truck had broke down, so on and so forth. So he was walking to make sure that he gets to this interview, and I just happened to pick the guy up. So I pick him up, bring him into town. I learn a little bit about him. We exchange numbers. Fast forward over the next year and a half, we get to know each other a little bit better. We text each other every once in a while, so on and so forth. Fast forward, I'm at the movie with my kids. We leave the movie. When we leave the movie, then I'm driving off, and my daughter says, Dad, I left my purse. I left my purse in the movie. I'm like, oh my gosh. So we turn around, we whip back, we pull up to the front of the theater. When we pull right into the front of the theater, my daughter jumps out so she can run into the theater and go grab her purse. Meanwhile, a car pulls up right in front of me. So I'm in front of the theater, car pulls up in front of me in the theater, and our noses of our cars are facing each other. I look through the nose of the car and I see that there in the window of the other vehicle is Toomba, the guy I had picked up on the side of the street at an earlier, about a year and a half earlier or whatever that was. So I'm like, hey, that's that Toomba guy. So I hop out. I'm like, Toomba, what's up? We're chatting. Long story short, he ends up telling me a story that he had a dream. And in his dream, he had become a horse, like into the world of horse training, and that he had trained a horse to go to the Kentucky Derby and win the Kentucky Derby. Now, keep in mind, this guy knew nothing about horses at the time, knew nothing about the horse industry, knew nothing about training a horse, knew nothing about any of that. But this is the dream, and he felt like the dream was so real that he decided what he was going to do is he was going to start reading and learning about horse racing. So he takes the next few months, he starts reading and learning about horse racing, right? He's reading books, he's learning all about it, he's watching videos, so on and so forth. As he's learning more about it, he decides, okay, wait, I need to quit reading about it, and I need to actually get my hands on it. And so he tracks down a guy named Larry Demerit. Larry Demerit is a very well-known, very established African-American horse trainer, been in the business for a very, 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 very long time. So he tracks down Larry, says, hey, Larry, can I get a job? Larry says, of course you can get a job. You can shovel poop in the stalls and learn everything you want to learn about the horse business. So he decides that's what he's going to do. So he gets a job at this place, and he starts shoveling poop, and he starts learning all the things. And after a few months, this guy Larry Demerit is like, yo, this Toomba guy is actually pretty smart. He might be able to do some other things besides just shoveling poop. So then he takes him and under his wing, and he starts teaching him all the different aspects of what it means to raise and train racehorses. So they go to a sale together. A sale is where you get to buy horses. They go to a sale together, and together they buy a horse for $11,000, which is fairly cheap for a horse. They buy a horse for $11,000, and through training and guidance and so on and so forth, ultimately that horse ends up going to the Kentucky Derby. Now, this is crazy, just so you know. One in every 20,000, or sorry, not one in every 20,000. There are 20,000 thoroughbred racehorses that are born per year. Only 20 of those 20,000 will actually ever race in a Kentucky Derby. You can only race in a Kentucky Derby as a 3-year-old horse. So going to the Kentucky Derby is absolutely crazy, period. Having no experience in this industry at all, waking up from a dream, and then fast forward to less than a year later, being at the Kentucky Derby, insane, bro, crazy. So he does all that, goes to the Derby. They don't win. They do not win the race at the Derby. Now, Larry Demerit, who had never taken a horse to the Derby before, was super excited that they got to the Derby. But Toomba, no. Toomba was like, yo, bro, the dream was that we won the Derby. So they end up grabbing a couple more horses. Fast forward, unfortunately, Mr. Larry Demerit passes away at 75 years old. ESPN does a special on him. Netflix does a special on him. Larry Demerit was a very special guy. He was very, very, very important to the industry. So Larry Demerit passes away at 75 years old. Larry Demerit's wife says, hey, Toomba, my husband was very fond of you. My husband was very fond of you, and so will you take over the training duties and so on and so forth. And so Toomba takes over Larry Demerit's training thing, so on and so forth. Fast forward, there is a horse, all right? Fast forward, there's a horse, and they're going to either sell this horse because they need to liquidate some assets. They're going to sell this horse, or, so on and so forth. So Toomba comes to me. He's like, yo, bro, this horse is the one that's going to win the Derby. It's the one winning the Derby from my dream, dude. right? And he's like, dude, I had the dream, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. I know it sounds crazy. So he's like, is there any way your business, do you know anybody, needs a tax write-off, wants to make an investment, so on and so forth. We need to buy this horse. I'll train up this horse. We're going to go to the Derby. And me being the person who loves stories, I'm like, all right, let's figure it out. So I call up my buddy Scott Simons, who I know likes making investments. And I'm like, hey, Scott Simons, you want to invest in a racehorse? He's like, dude, that's the dumbest thing. That's the craziest thing. I'm scared of horses. I don't even like horses. Why would I make a big gamble like that? Like, that's nuts. And I'm like, Scott, you got to understand, here's the story. I picked the guy up on the side of the street. After picking him up on the side of the street, I see him again a year and a half later. He has a dream. He takes a horse to the Derby. It's all about this story. It's a marketing play for the business. It's a tax write-off. It's an investment. He's like, all right, Glenn, shut up. Let's do it. So we invest in this horse. We start training this horse. This horse is training at the Thoroughbred Training Center, which is the most amazing place that it can possibly train. We have a trainer named Yoni. Yoni is the trainer, and Yoni is a great guy. He's an up-and-coming trainer. He's doing big things. Well, Yoni believes we have a good horse, but he doesn't necessarily believe we can make it to the Derby. So he wants to start racing the horse in other lower kind of things to just start generating money. We're like, we're not interested in generating money. We're interested in taking a horse to the Kentucky Derby. So he decides he wants to move all the horses to Belterra, which is in Cincinnati. We don't like that idea. So we decide we're going to switch from Yoni as a trainer to a kid named Jaden. Now, Jaden is 26 years old, African-American. He's the youngest African-American trainer ever in the history of the horse racing industry. So I'm like, this just makes the story even better, right? This just makes the story even better. So we take him, we go to a place called Triple Diamond. Now, Triple Diamond is not a great place to be training horses. And Triple Diamond, as of recent, has decided they're going to completely redo their track. So they're shutting down August 1st. So here we are. We've been training at Triple Diamond, and we lost our stall over at Thoroughbred Training Center. And it's hard to get a stall over at Thoroughbred Training Center. And we're like, what are we going to do? So meanwhile, we decide that 800 is ready for his first race. And so we get him prepared to go to a place called Ellis Park, and he's going to run in a huge race against some really big horses, against some amazing trainers. And the day before the race, our jockey backs out that has been working with them, and we go and we find a new jockey, and her name is Mia Nichols. Now, Mia Nichols is a female jockey, which is like fairly rare in this industry. Not unheard of, but it's fairly rare. But what is really rare is Mia is 20 years old. So Mia is 20 years old. She's from Great Britain. She's 20 years old. She's a female jockey. I think she's a beast. She's got an incredible Instagram channel, incredible work ethic. Go check her out. So the day before the race, we're like, holy smokes, we're going to put Mia Nichols on here, brand new jockey. So I've got a 26-year-old trainer, African-American. I've got a female jockey, Mia Nichols, and this is what the race looks like. We are the 12-horse 800. If you're watching the video on YouTube live this morning or whatever, here's the race.
And there they go. Townman and Talleyrand are showing good pace, and also there is War Ready. War Ready from between runners. Authentic Gold is also forwardly positioned, and here's Caribbean Warrior. Caribbean Warrior picking up the pace. War Ready is second outside of Townman. Talleyrand is up close from fourth with the Godolphin colors. Merit Badge is in the fifth position, fortified heading into the third. 2 lengths in front of He's Saxy, 6.5 off the lead. Authentic Gold loses some ground. Tick, tick, tick to his inside. 800 is the distant trailer. Townman has his head in front at the quarter pole from Caribbean Warrior. War Ready is third. Now here's Talleyrand beginning his bid. Talleyrand is making up ground, and Merit Badge is trying to quicken. He's under a little pressure, though. Talleyrand's the one to recognize. He has made his move, and he comes away with the lead. Townman has some fight. He's trying to stick with Talleyrand, who wants to lug in just a bit. Talleyrand and Townman. Townman's coming back. Talleyrand and Townman. It's going to be Talleyrand. Little green in debut, but he gets it done from Townman. Merit Badge was third, for the back Caribbean Warrior and War Ready.
All right, so for those of you that could watch that, and for those of you that were listening, you noticed they only said 800 one time, and that was 800 is tailing in the back, because right out the gate, Mia struggled to get our brand new baby horse to actually come out the gate. He went sideways. He got way behind right out the gate, and unfortunately did not have a great race. However, we did see that down the stretch, he made up a ton of ground. He actually had the fastest time the last 3 furlongs of the race. So the last 60% of the race, he had the fastest time. He just struggled to get out the gate. Now, keep in mind, this was a brand new jockey. She'd never been on this horse before. She's 20 years old. We're 26. We're learning from all of these things. Fast forward. Triple Diamonds closing up. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do. We either got to move the horse to Belterra in Cincinnati, which we don't really want to do, or Turfway in Florence, which we don't want to do. Do we stick with Mia, the jockey? Do we stick with Jaden, the 26-year-old trainer? Do we go with Yoni, who's the more experienced trainer but doesn't necessarily believe in the horse the way that we do? There's all these things that are going on, and the track is shutting down, and the clock is ticking, because there's only one day in a horse's life where he can ever run in the Derby. Only when you're 3 years old. There's only one day that can absolutely happen. And so I prayed like crazy on Sunday, and I just said, God, if we are about to make a terrible decision, would you please do me a favor and just make it clear and get us a spot over at the Thoroughbred Training Center? 4 hours later, after making that prayer, I get a text message. We've got a spot at the Thoroughbred Training Center, which is amazing, and I'm moving him over there today, and we're going to have a 26-year-old first-time African-American trainer, and we are going to have a 20-year-old female jockey on this freaking horse, and we are going to take this story all the way to the freaking Derby, and it's going to be absolutely insane, bro. It is going to be insane. So today, I'm moving the horse. Was the point of that. Now, I told you I got a lot of things going on, and we only got through one of the things going on, so maybe I'll share some other things that I got going on tomorrow. My point of sharing this whole entire story with you, and I hope you found it fun and valuable and so on and so forth. Paul Brindley says, why did he pull up in front of you? He pulled up in front of me in the movie theater because he was dropping his daughter off at the movie. So I pulled up in front of the movie theater so my daughter could get out and go get her purse. He pulled up in front of the movie theater so he could drop his daughter off. So we just happened to both be right in front of the movie theater with our daughters in the exact moment. Like, it's insane. All of the things that are happening are just absolutely insane. But the message I wanted you to get, and I was talking to my friend Brooke about this yesterday, the message I want you to get is gratitude and prayer work. We started this show with a whole lot of gratitude, straight from the quote in the planner to the video that we watched. For those of you that came in late, you can go back and watch it. But we started with gratitude, and we ended with prayer. And I've got 2 more pages over here. Like I said, I just got all excited sharing this story. But I think sometimes in today's day and age, we can get so busy, man. You can get so busy, so head down, so driven, so like moving forward that you forget to take time and look around with gratitude. And I know me personally, for years, like, I definitely wasn't taking time for prayer. It's been a focus of mine this year. We did a +1, -1 challenge, and I subtracted nicotine from my life, and I added prayer into my life. And I just got to tell you, man, like, there are so many beautiful things that are happening all around you all of the time. And if you would just take the time to, like, really look around and see what's going on, bro, you can find some gratitude. But here's the thing. And maybe it's just because I'm older. I don't know if you guys are feeling it. Maybe you're feeling it. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's just the season humanity is in right now. But it seems to me like God is closer than ever before. That's how I'm feeling, man. I'm feeling like God is closer than ever before. I think more and more people are maybe feeling his presence and they experiencing that in different ways. But dude, prayer works. It works. Like if you can set your intention and set some time to have a conversation with the creator of the universe, it's amazing what comes out the other side. This whole thing with the horse, and I don't know how it's going to ultimately end, because like they always say, you make plans and God laughs. I don't know how this whole thing ends, but I do know I'm already grateful for the incredible journey, the people that I've met, the magic that I've witnessed, the experiences that I've had. Like, it's already just absolutely incredible. And there's highs and there's lows, and there's this day we think we're going this way, and then we think we're going another way. And there's the story of the 26-year-old youngest African-American trainer in recorded history in 135 years. And then there's the jockey from Great Britain. Like, if you look at our squad, dude, it is so crazy. It looks nothing like what you would traditionally see out there in the horse racing world. Traditionally, what you see in the horse racing world, if you and I are being honest, traditionally what you see is a bunch of rich white folks, and then you got a bunch of Mexicans that are doing all the work and riding all the horses, right? And so it's interesting because we have like this diversification. We've got some African American. My team's primarily all African American, and then instead of a Hispanic jockey, we actually got a white girl. We got a white girl jockey. We got a white girl jockey. We got a black owner with a partner with Scott Simons. And then we've also got an African-American training team. So we look different out there on the track, and it feels, for lack of a better word, it feels American. It feels unique. It feels diverse. It feels like the American dream, like anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's inspiring. And yeah. Anyways, I have so much more. I know I'm rambling a little bit today. It's probably going to be like this all week because I have many things on my plate. But I just wanted to share that with you. Hope you have an incredible day. I'll come back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again. Go follow Mia Nichols, Mia, MIA-NICHOLLS. Go follow Mia Nichols on Instagram. You'll love her Instagram. Blow her up with some comments. Hit her with some comments and so on and so forth, and just be like, hey, cheering for you, Mia, cheering for you. She's going to be the jockey. Everyone's telling us she's not the jockey for us. Everyone's telling us she can't win the Derby. Everyone's telling us she's not strong enough. Everyone's telling us she's not big enough. But one of my dearest, most close friends is a woman named Liza Myers-Borges, and here's what I know. I know that little, intentional, powerful women can pack a freaking punch, bro. That's what I know. And there's something about this young lady right here that she can just pack a punch, dude. I believe her. I believe in her. I believe in her. So hopefully that works out. Who knows? Maybe something changes, but I believe in her. Go blow her up. Let her know that we're cheering for her. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again right here on #RiseandGrind. Have a great day. Peace.
And there they go. Townman and Talleyrand are showing good pace, and also there is War Ready. War Ready from between runners. Authentic Gold is also forwardly positioned, and here's Caribbean Warrior. Caribbean Warrior picking up the pace. War Ready is second outside of Townman. Talleyrand is up close from fourth with the Godolphin colors. Merit Badges in the fifth position, fortified heading into the third. 2 lengths in front of He's Saxy, 6.5 off the lead. Authentic Gold loses some ground, tick, tick, tick to his inside. 800 is the distant trailer. Townman